down the line, or she's going to take that ball and come back
learning the
sharp
2's and
cross
4's
court to
system
you and burn you.
with
Or she might lob.
Dynamite
or if
doubles.
I move over and you don't, she'll go. She's got 4 options.
Dynamite doubles. So it's overall double strategy. I kind of just simplify the dink game on it my way. But I wouldn't have known this without Dynamite doubles.
But it burns us as a team. That's the problem.
The 2's and 4's system.
I mean, that's.
But it's always with the blocker.
And I know you're trying to
Workhorse.
keep it from him because he's dangerous.
Wherever that ball
but
is,
if
the
you
blocker. If the ball's in
keep
front
it
of me,
low,
that person's the blocker. That's the workhorse.
then you're fine. If you up in the air, he's going to poach it.
So I ditched that one off. That's perfect. You brought it back in front of you. You're working it. There, I ditched that one off. Good. You. And then we just start over. I do a bailout. I do a bailout. There.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Good. Yes.
That thing's messing me up, so I'll get better.
You can step on it.
I spent the entire last lesson on that side. I know.
I'll get used to
Wait till it bounces on it.
Me.
I need to bail on that.
So the main thing I want you to work on is we're looking for, the 2's and 4's. But when that ball's in front of you, you're the blocker. When that ball's in front of Gordon, you're the workhorse. Yeah, because if we're dinking back and forth, you don't have to come off that blocker at all because that ball never went in front of Gordon. Right? So you can stay there. Now, if he dishes it off forward, then boom, the roles shift. He becomes the blocker, you become the workhorse. Right, but if I'm going this way to this way, unless he puts that ball back in front of him, your role stays the same. You're the blocker the whole time. Does that make sense?
So I'm going to more concentrate on your backhand.
Yes. My backhand, if you feel you're getting me, but see this by you going here, I step. If I hit it anywhere that you can put a little pace on a dink, that could go to the 2 or even the 3. Right. You're setting up the hole, and then you go for the hole. Yeah. So I'll do 1 or 2, and then I will just, because I know a hole's built, because I know I moved him to center. You? Okay, good. So that needed to just be bailed out back into the kitchen. So basically, I'm just going to work his 4. If I have to ditch off, I ditch to a 2. There you go. See how that's uncomfortable? Yep. So I'm always going to my 4's, almost always. And then I know my attacks off it. I get 2 attacks off it. Let's just get him comfortable first. Okay. Good. See how Gordon went and took that one? It was a little deep. That probably was yours. But he put it back in front of himself, so he saved that gap. Remember, no wrong way Wanda there? Yes. He saved the gap by putting that in front of himself. If he would have put it in front of you, that would have created a gap because you were the workhorse. He was the blocker. If he puts it in front of you, there's a gap. But since he grabbed it and put it back in front of himself, it kept you in the blocker workhorse. Covering this gap is the main thing. So if we simplify everything, we're always covering the middle with this blocker workhorse. That's what we're doing. That's the main thing we're doing there. We're covering middle. We're making sure middle doesn't have a hole. Yep, he's got all that.
Got the middle.
That's right. And then when it goes, that ball goes to Lisa, then he's the blocker and you're covering middle. That's right. That's the basics of it. So don't overcomplicate it. That's just what we're doing. We're covering that middle the whole time, from all the way back, all the way up.
It's just going to take me a while because there's so many variables.
Of course.
There is, but that's why I wanted to say, we've said so many things. That's why I wanted to bring it back to what's the main goal, and that's just covering middle.
Cover in the middle.
That's it. And then the 2's and 4's are to open up holes to do an attack. That's it. That's the basics of all this.
Either going to open up the middle, go into a 4, or open up that one lane.
Yeah. And you'll start seeing,
Go into a 2.
the more we do this, you'll start seeing these holes develop. Because you and your partner have a plan now. You're playing with a plan, not I'm going to randomly hit it over here, randomly hit it over here. Your partner's running around like a chicken. They don't know where to go. That's the difficult player with somebody playing. They think, oh, look at me, I'm hitting these corners. But you're also making your partner run around like a chicken, you know? And there's no setups. You don't know what's coming off of it. That's difficult. So even though your best shot might be that over there, it's not good for your team, because this is a team sport. I call that guy, like I'll say, hey, you're just playing singles, you know? This is a doubles game, because he's randomly hitting shots everywhere, thinking, oh, look at me, moving them around. I don't know where to go. Your partner doesn't know where to go.
No, I don't want to throw them off.
Right. Okay, go ahead and serve cross. Nice, that was perfect. So he just hit, everything was perfect there. So let's play.
Nice block in the middle.
Let's
I think.
play just server. So we're going to start a game. We're going to play for 6. It doesn't matter. We'll just play until I stop it. So 2. We just say the server number. Reset it. Nice. So that's kind of a burn. Yeah. So Greg came over, or Gordon came over, took a little deep ball that probably should have been yours, and then put it in front of, burn the partner instead of he should have put it back here. You'll see it on the video when it replays.
Second server.
You can step on them. So she's working the 4. And then we had our attack set up, attempt, it didn't work, we start over.
Oh, nice shot.
Second server.
Me? You? Okay, good. And right now you're thinking of so many things, so it's going to be difficult. But this is the start of it. Yeah, so Gordon's looking for exactly that. He's looking for a high middle, and he's going to attack it. And he didn't. That's called the attack setup. So he hits an attack setup. He got it, but otherwise that's going to pop up and somebody's going to overhead it. Does that make sense? It's a lot of information.
It's a lot to try to think of. I mean, just standing here, I get it on paper.
Yeah.
But when you're actually moving and
That's normal.
Yep.
That's normal.
Right, because normally you're just hitting the ball where you randomly feel comfortable, but your partner has no idea what you're doing. So when we work a system, now you guys are going to be in sync, and 2 of you together are better than 1 player. Yeah. So I'm just going to dish it off, and it worked. So I changed directions there because I had him out of position a little, and he gave me kind of a little fluffy one. I could move it to my 4. But I'm basically hitting 2's and 4's that whole time and waiting on just something to happen.
You still your serve. Your serve.
So second server.
Second server.
So I didn't have anything there, so I just reset it. Yeah. So Gord a long time ago should have bailed out. He doesn't have that in his mind yet.
I'm the blocker because the ball's always
Correct.
which means when you step over and then hit it back this way,
Yes. He has to recover and take middle. Yeah. He got into a firefight. He was getting worked. He should have ditched it off. That's where you ditch it off. You know, Lisa was, if you don't know who's setting you up, you're getting set up, you know. If you don't, I don't know what that means, but.
No, you do. That's
Yeah.
right.
He was getting worked. He should have ditched it off and switched roles.
because like I could have had it, but I'm the blocker, and it's like, well, I left that for him.
It was his ball, you know. Sometimes when you see he's getting worked, though, we got to look for something random to happen.
So I may want to change.
Correct. You could probably have jumped over and got it. Yeah. Yes. He might just be out of position because he's getting worked off the court. So you really have to start covering middle more on it, even though he should have dished it off and reset. Does that make sense? Yeah, because you still got to cover for weaknesses because that's the game. But we're trying to eliminate weaknesses this way.
So if I see that he's not going to be there, I should still
Yeah,
step in.
right. Go get it. Exactly. One.
You.
You. No. Out. Yeah, and the only thing you can do there really is just like move, you know, because this person can see movement. Even though you're not touching the ball, it can make somebody miss. One. Me. Yes, that was perfect. And then he's going back. He's dishing it off. Me. Was that good or bad? I don't know.
I don't know.
Out? Okay, so second serve. Yep, it's a hard one.
Second server.
So hold on. If you feel you're kind of getting moved back, she's setting you up, right? That's probably time to go back to this 4. Yeah.
Okay.
And then close, be the blocker.
I was getting moved back.
Yeah, you're getting moved back. So now, because she's doing her job opening the hole.
Okay. I should have gone around before.
Yeah. Or, I mean, she's kind of covering here. She, if you did go there, she would have to take 2-3 steps. That's when that opens up. Yeah. So now you're seeing it. You'll start seeing it like that.
It's going to take.
Yeah.
Second server. Second server.
Man.
So that's where it was dangerous, giving me a soft 4, shallow. That gives me the whole width of the court to work.
Well, I also noticed you're standing way over here,
Yeah.
too, so I probably should
Boom.
have gone.
That opens the 3. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you do a 3. She moves over, and now you just opened a 1. Yeah. I mean, you're going to start seeing those.
Second server.
You're looking for holes. You're looking for mismatches.
Oh, Gordon.
Okay. So Gordon, Lisa's just staying in one spot, and he keeps feeding it, and she's just working it. That's where that 3 opens. Now you make her take a step. This forehand dink to there is very difficult. I often get people to miss that. So he's just grinding himself into a hole here, working 4 to 4, but she's pinning herself, and she actually is turning to do forehands. That's where you got to go somewhere else. Does that make sense? I mean, you get in the battles, you're like, I'm going to win this battle, but somebody was winning it.
Second server.
There you go, reset it. Okay. So when that ball goes middle, there's probably an attack coming. Just be ready.
Second server.
Soft middle, there's an attack coming. There, went to a 3.
So pleased with myself for taking it to a 3.
And you stop
Yeah.
playing. You're like, look at that. Look at that gorgeous 3. Oh shit, she's going to 4. There you go. There you go. Yep, that's your ball. Yes. So that's great because you're probably getting flicked at right there. A soft middle, there's an attack coming.
Side out.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a horrible shot on my part.
Yeah.
I really can't see the player.
Yeah. So you saved it. You were trying to go back to Workhorse, and she just hit a shot. You? So that was all great on Gordon's part. You know, you didn't have to do much. He set up the easy shot. You were in the right position, right? That was good.
So,
2. Server.
So that's one where it's kind of above your knees in the air, and that's one I would just poke right at her chest. That would be the attack setup. Yep. So that's what I'm looking for. When I'm in that spot, I'm looking for a high volley that I can just flick it at her chest. That's not the attack. I just want her to pop it up, and then you get the attack.
so don't totally do it.
Correct. But just look for that shot or a weak dink in the middle that you can try to hit her right shoulder. Yeah.
One.
Just like, yes, just like that. Yeah. Great. Thanks for the demo, Gordon.
One.
Nice. That's exactly it. That's your ball. Me. Yeah. And that's one of her setups. I go.
Yours.
No. Good one. Everything was good. Did we switch? So you're over here?
Yeah, you're here. Still is the one.
One.
Yeah.
Yep. So be careful. That one. So I call it a bailout. a bailout dink, or you put it right there.
Probably since I was in trouble.
That's the bailout dink, yep. That'll save your bacon.
As soon as I did,
Because then you put it back in front of yourself. You can become blocker. He's already back at Workhorse, yeah. So that works perfectly. So if we do, he was on a backhand. So let me show the bail. So just dink backhand with me. So my bailout dink is right there. And now I just get ready as the blocker again. So when I get in trouble, or if I think, oh, he's moving me, even at the slightest, I bail out right to there. And then I get ready for an attack. So if we do it to you, just go back and forth. Just come with me first. Let's go back into backhand. And then when I take you out wide, that's the bailout.
Yep.
Perfect. And then you get ready. And I wouldn't come that far.
I should have gone a little.
It should be right here. So that's it.
Good.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you're looking for.
One.
Me. So that drop step, you would have got that ball. Because you stayed here and tried to get it, right?
Yeah. Should have gone back.
One.
Yeah. So she worked the system perfectly. She was working you a 4. Once you stayed there a little bit, then she pushed the 3, which moved you back, right? And then that shot is very difficult. Now she's looking for the attack. It's like, once you see it, it's so simple. You. Okay, that was good. So he kind of gave her a sitter, which was going to bounce up. Something was going to happen. Everybody's just kind of frozen.
One.
Yep, so that's the bailout off of a drop step. Yeah. So when you get that, drop that leg down, and then I just set this paddle angle, and the ball just pops up on its own. I really don't have to move my wrist. Yeah.
You're only for like 3 shots. One. There you go.
Okay. Good.
I hate that thing.
So look on that one, because you kind of took that out of the air. That's going to be a flick right here. And then you're ready for me to pop it up. Because even if I see it coming, it's hard for me to defend. You know, because it's just right there in their face.
Just totally concentrating on.
Yep, and that's what happens. That's what Gordon was doing. I'm going to 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Yeah.
But
Gonna be the best of 4.
we don't dink to dink. We dink to set up an attack. Yep, because you got it. Now you got to take it.
They would be like, go to 2. Her 2 is her weakness, so I just go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. He's like, you're not dinking to be 2. You're dinking to open something.
Right.
Like,
She'd get this and go 2 instead of.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to watch what I say because, yes, it makes sense in my head, but people are following my instructions. Good. That's important. Yep. That's the bailout. I don't have anything. So there. Yes, you had me backed up. She was ready, all set. You created that wrong way Wanda. That's where that middle was wide open.
I think in my mind though, right now, I'm just concentrating
Yep,
on trying
that's
to do
normal.
these certain things. I'm
Yep.
not trying to. But
I just want you to make you aware of why we're hitting these spots.
Yeah.
It's to cause a mismatch or an opening, which you did there.
and I should have taken it.
Correct.
Yes.
Because you're good at seeing holes. You're going to start seeing them. I know you're trying to just hit these spots, but the purpose to hit the spots is to open the hole. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's you guys. Or it doesn't matter, really. good. And that's what she's looking for, right?
Volley. Give me a volley, right?
Yep, so you didn't drop step quick enough. You drop step quicker, you get that ball all day and you bail out right here. Yep. So if she's pushing you, that's that drop step. And then I just go right there. And then I'm back at blocker. Yep. If you get trapped here and try to bring it back, it's a nearly impossible shot. Oh. Okay, I'll show you a couple. So if she pushes me, I just, right? And that's all. And then I'm reset. And then we go again. Especially when you get a power dinker like that, that's the shot you're looking for, is that push to that 4. Yep. Excellent.
I got lucky. Did I serve that? Or no, I
Lisa.
think, yeah.
Okay, let's do this a little more. We'll get a drink and we'll back up. That was it, but you didn't drop step. Give yourself room. This will give you a whole second. Yep. If you try to do it with your feet together, you're trapped. So this untraps you. Yes, that gives you all the room in the world. Okay, let's back up. Let's get a drink. The whole time we're doing blocker workhorse, that's kind of set. The ball's in front of you, your blocker. You know, the other person's covering middle. We're always covering that gap with blocker workhorse. So now you'll see it in a bigger version because we're going to play the whole court. But once we get up to that line, I like working this 2's and 4's, you know. I'm going to go get my sunglasses.
The 2's and 4's mainly because that's your backhand.
The 2 backhands, yep. You work 2's and 4's to open up 1's and 3's.
It makes sense.
Yeah. And then you're looking for them, a mismatch, or they give you an attack setup. You hit it at their upper chest, and it's done. It sounds complicated, but it's super simple once you start seeing it.
Difficult because I'm so used to, you know, if the ball comes to me in a certain spot, I mainly hit it, you know, where I'm comfortable that I know I can return it well.
Well,
Rather than picking a certain spot.
which is, I think, you want to get the ball over the net. So I think if you could stop in midair and you'd say, well, I can attempt to go to the 4, but
We're
it's a
working
low
with
percentage shot, or I can
Jeff to
just
cover the
get the
holes.
ball over and make him hit it
Covering middle,
again.
no wrong way
I would do
wanders,
that.
which is a Dynamite
So
doubles
if you're,
system.
so it's a
with
question of how pushed
prescription,
you are and
gives you a huge overall
how many
on how
options
to
you
play.
have.
Who
I
takes
think what
ball?
he's talking, you know,
Who
this
covers middle? You know, how do you close the middle?
and where you put it, it's the right place.
And then I
The
like
key
doing my
is,
2's and
I
4's
think,
system at the net.
trying to not get
This
in
is
a
what works for
position
me
where
in
you're
pro
just
and
under so much pressure.
Super
So
easy
what I
amateur
noticed in,
also, because you and
like
your
in
partner
Dave-
know what you're doing.
He's talking. They're not going to. What I noticed in him is he's very early to bail out and not get in a point where he recognizes when the tide is shifted a little bit, and suddenly, so he can bail out or whatever and put it in the correct spot. And I think you and I are not recognizing the tide shifting. We're not recognizing early enough that we're under pressure and it's only going to get worse. We push it for one more dink and suddenly
Exactly.
we have no option.
Exactly, because when, like, one of those would come at me, and I knew it's like, oh,
Right.
this is not my good shot. I'll hit it back over, and then the next time I'll.
Oh, I feel a little
But that's
throat thingy. Not good. Okay,
What do you want? Doesn't matter.
What are you playing with this weekend, Endura?
Probably
Yeah,
one of these.
orange Duras.
Let's go with these. Okay, so now we're doing full court. This really brings in that blocker workhorse. So basically we're gonna do the first 4 drill, the first 4 shots drill. She's gonna serve 5 times. He's gonna return 5 times. The next person drops and the next person does a 4th. So a serve, return, a 3rd, and a 4th, and then we stop. She's gonna do 5 in a row. So when we're in this configuration, the ball's in front of you, who's blocker? You are, right, he's workhorse, okay? So he's going to try, he's gonna return back to server or middle, but mainly back to server to put it back in front of his partner, because that keeps you in, closing the gap the whole time, yep. So we serve, we return usually back to server, because we want to keep our blocker workhorse set. He'll hit a 3rd, typically to the server who was coming back, because this person's going to beat them to the line normally. So you basically want to hit your 3rd at the server. Am I on 4th now? I'm on 4th. Okay, let's do 5 shots. 5 shots, 4 shots. 4 shot drill. So dude, let's do 5. She drops in front of her partner and we're done. Okay? Same side.
She's going to do a few in a row.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Serve, return back to server. She drops in front of her partner, a soft 4th to the feet because it can't get attacked. A lot of people try to attack that 4th and it just comes up and gets smashed. Does that make sense? So I say soft 4th to the feet. I pretty much almost always put it in the kitchen just because at my level, everybody's so fast they're getting up there. But a soft 4th to the feet would be back here, but I'm not giving them a volley is the key. You don't want to give this person a volley. Keep it low. At the feet, I just kind of put it in the kitchen. 4 shot. I call it soft 4th to the feet. You? Yep. Because later, we can always, when it's an overhead attack, you're going to take it. But for now, we're forcing the 4th, soft 4th. Me? Stop.
I think she's doing 5.
You? And we try to never miss the first 4 shots. Does that make sense? These first 4 shots have to go in. Okay, first one. Perfect. See, I got nothing off of that, right? Lucky you had your blocker up there with you.
You gave him a
But
volley.
that's why you don't give that guy a volley. 3. So if you feel you're going to be moving, just stop. You can stop. Yes, take it off the bounce. 4. Perfect. And you can do that all day. I almost always let it bounce. Just me. One more. Yep.
I get that.
I got one, Gordon. Somebody will kick it over. Okay, next. Yeah, so that's why that soft 4th is so important.
1.
Perfect.
So you didn't go in behind my drop.
Yeah, so this is,
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot. I just
Okay, you got it, Gordon, right?
2. Go.
Yep. Yeah, so you're looking to be the pressure on his drop.
You're like closing my option.
Force you.
Yeah, you're funneling it, right?
And you close that gap when you do that. But you always got to think about where's that ball going. If Gordon drops in front of himself, then he's got to come close that distance. You stay back. If he drops in front of you, you got to be up there. But if you see his drop is super high, then just stop.
Stop. Don't try and back.
Correct.
Just stop it.
Just stop and get ready to defend. But normally we got to judge our partner's drops. He's, probably 90% now, 80, 85%, good drops.
3.
How am I back?
4. Oh, not gonna make it. 5.
I think because I stayed back the very first one. Yep, good. Because you're forcing her to go there. You're funneling that ball. Yeah, that's what we want. You guys don't want to give us your whole court to work in.
Cutting off my options.
Right. Oh, he's pro-shotting me already.
We're just calling out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's number 2.
Good.
I think this is 4. It is.
Okay, good try. Nice. Okay, so let's add in, we'll play out the points now. But we're playing server only, no numbers, no points. Actually, should we stay in the same spot and do 5-5-5, playing out the points? Yeah. So let's play out, we're gonna do 5-5-5 again, but playing out the points. First 4 have to go in. Have to. First 4 have to go in. Focus on that. Focus on not missing. Not missing. You got to be able to control your mind and still hit the shot. See? That's concentration. Oh, there. Nice, Gordon.
I kept going for 2, but you were taking every one. So I don't know if I should have tried to go over.
So then, what does that open? What did you open? A 4. Right.
I should have gone over to there.
Probably earlier rather than later. Yep. So that was good. But you saw it now. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Right. Yep. Okay, we're making the first 4. First server. Woo! Don't give this guy a volley. No volleys.
Nope.
Good defense, Gordon.
Thank you.
Gordon's up there getting ready for an attack. That's his job. There it was. Great job. The bailout worked.
Good job.
Because even if you try, even if you get it and bring it back here, you guys are so far out of position now. Yeah, that's the only shot that's going to reset your team. Okay, last one.
Oh,
No.
Right? So you had all this room to hit to the feet. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like to really drill it going soft. Because 90% of the time you're going to have to go soft to the feet. Maybe 10% you get an overhead, you know. Depending
One.
on who you play with, of course. Sorry.
that's right. 1.
Okay, we can't do the drill unless we get the ball in play. First 4 have to go in.
2.
They aren't winners. So that's perfect. See, and she still got the shot. But Jeff, you can actually go get that. Yeah, so do it. Yep.
3. Yours.
Woo! Okay, I can miss the 10th one. It's okay.
4. Nope.
Oh, hard to do the drill without the first 4. It's called the first 4 shot. It's drill.
5.
I try to get sassy. Get in people's heads. Just get low and get it. Okay. Good one. That was good. That one was going to be hard, you know. That was good.
God, total fruits.
I'm trying to concentrate on so many different things.
Yeah. Your
Don't worry
game's
about it.
going to go like this for a while and then boom. Me. So that's kind of a hard shot for you. Once you're kind of leaning backwards and ripping that.
I was thinking the whole
Okay,
time,
good.
should I do that or just
Yeah, I always just do that bailout because then you guys can reset quick. Otherwise, he's kind of hung out to dry.
if there's a question, I should go with the bailout.
Always.
I think that was 4.
I do it earlier than later. If I feel a hint of uncomfortable, I do it. You? Great job. You made us uncomfortable, you know, and made us stare at each other like
Seemed we're
idiots.
scrambling a little bit.
Yeah, and then you just keep working it, you know. That was great. Okay, drink or play a little bit.
Could
Okay.
we
Huh?
do this again with changing forehand and backhand, or do you have something else? If you don't have anything else in mind, that's
Yeah.
I'd like to
So
get,
now we'll play, but not for points.
but switching. Good,
Yes.
great.
So just server.
Okay.
Do it.
We're playing, but just calling server numbers, not points. So then we all mix, rotate. Me, drop. There you go, Jeff. So good. So by you doing all that, now they are going to do it. It's good.
One.
You. You. Oh, saved you. Out. So that one was probably going out.
You're the 2 server.
2.
Jeez.
Serve that again? or-
No, over
No.
here. So
I'm
we're-
waiting for somebody to be sassy and say, first 4 shots, David.
I bit my tongue. 2. Yeah. Mine.
You. Nice. So you went and got that, and what do you think happened?
Well, here's what I think happened.
Okay.
I guess I was so used to getting that third shot to me,
Okay.
and it was kind of in the middle. Gordon took it, so I was stuck back behind the line. I never had a chance to run up to the net.
Okay, so we didn't close. Well, we didn't close, but and that's okay. That might happen, but we always got to watch where the people are putting the ball. So you went up halfway, and then Gordon was up. No, Gordon was back. Then you put it back in front of Gordon, and you blazed up and created a hole. Yes. So once you knew you were going to put that ball in front of your partner, you got to sit and wait till he closes that gap. Does that make sense?
Yes,
That was the main thing.
because that leaves the gap.
Correct.
Should he put it in front of himself though at that point? 'Cause
Sometimes
he's-
I feel he had an easy shot back in front of you, but he just has to stay put.
Yep.
But if you feel like you're comfortable of putting it in front of you, you're able to close that gap quicker and leave him back there. Then you just close it on your own,
So I need to wait to see him going in that instance,
depending on
so we can see.
where you put that ball. Yeah, if you put it back in front of him, you can't go up without him. You got to wait for him to get past you. But that's why what he's saying, maybe he should have put it in front of himself. Yeah, because if you have that momentum, you're going to close that gap. He's already there. You just closed the gap on your own. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Nice. That was it. You drop stepped. You got it. You gave her a volley, but it might not have been there for her. 2. Me, drop.
God damn it.
Two. Me, drop. Nice.
That's it.
Yeah. So did you feel when you were dinking to my 2 that you were in control or me?
I thought that I had no problem continuing
Okay.
to put it there. I actually was
Trying to inch it over a little?
this way, but I thought you were.
I felt like I was moving you back a little. So then probably a 4 and close the gap. Make yourself the blocker. Yeah. Because all I needed was like probably 2 more inches and it was getting lit up. Yep.
I think it's this side out.
Yeah, so I would ditch it to that 4. The 4 is a safety valve almost all the time.
Yep.
Go ahead and take that. That ball's poppy, man. You okay? Yeah, don't get hurt. Maybe we don't lob in that corner.
That's okay.
Now, in that instance, what should I have done? I know it was over my head. Just left. I just left it for Gordon.
Yeah, Helly would say that. No, that would have been Gordon's ball. Yeah, Gordon's got to get that because it came from this angle.
Yep.
So he's got to go back and get that. Yeah, you just stay up. You could probably, since he's so far back, go back with him, you know, and reset your team. Depends on if these people have a really good just drop volley on that, then you might stay up to grab it. But that's a tough call. It kind of depends on these people.
2.
But typically I go back.
You would go back.
Yeah.
2.
Nice, Jeff. So recognize that his drop was high and you should have been maybe stopped at middle and defend because it was going to get ripped. Yep. Now, sometimes, depending on this team, I will go all the way up and pressure because a lot of times they will miss that ball just by seeing somebody in their face. But for now, I would just get used to stopping and get ready to defend when that drop is high. First server. See, drop. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Got the pop up. There was such a good return. All I had was a drop back in front of me. She stopped like she was supposed to, and I actually didn't close. I should have closed. I left that big hole. She did her job. I didn't do mine. Okay.
I was waiting to see where it gained control.
So that one I thought you were going to get it out of the air, but below the net. So I still closed and was ready for that pop-up. First 4 shots, guys. This is the drill. We're not playing for points. First
Yeah,
4
I
shots,
think
got to go in.
Going back to the previous one, you know, that's like I see her back and I wrongly, like at 3-5, I can probably, you know, keep her back. But you see that as a poach, which it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do, try to keep her back, and I'm going to, yeah.
Right.
Well, it was,
Because he saw you back.
It was-
and typical 3-5, you're going to move it back to that person.
I mean, you stayed back, but it was still a good drop, actually. And that's, I should have just bailed. Yep.
That's why I try to do the drill, which we're trying to do the drill still. The first 4, right?
Yep.
We have to get our mind, when we're under pressure, we're late in the tournament, we're not going to hit rip-roaring shots. We got to get them all in play because that's what wins games and matches. So we're working on keeping these first 4 in play. Because if he would have went soft 4 to the feet, he wouldn't have mentally tried to beat her and give me a poach.
1. Two.
That was just a good shot. He caught me moving into it. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
2.
That was good. I kind of ran through it. Okay, reset. There. Now we're back in the cat and mouse.
case I didn't know I had it easy to turn, and you were.
No, you did the perfect
No way
thing.
I'm getting that, you know?
You're saying by you taking the drop,
Yeah.
you did it perfect because you came in, I was still back, and you put it in front of yourself, so you kept our alignment right.
So maybe we got to keep it over there. I mean, typically in that, we would stack and I'd put you over here.
Now, had you come in and dropped in front of me, huge mistake.
Yeah.
So I would stack, because
Right,
if she's
it's
getting
perfect.
attacked, I want
Yeah,
her
perfect.
to have the sun out of her eyes.
2.
Forward to the feet. I just bail because that's a tough shot.
Probably let me have that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jeff, that kind of went deep to a 2. Your partner should be there for that.
That's what Gordon just said.
Yep.
Let it go.
Because you're gonna stab it. It's very difficult. All I do is go like this. If he's not there, that's his fault, man. You know?
So you stabbed it and gave him a volley where I probably had an easier shot to.
Yeah. Lisa. Me, drop. Me.
My fault.
Did we ever get that ball back? Was there a ball on that court? Oh, can we grab that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a ball exchange at the border. Thank you. Okay, where are we at? Okay, we make the first 4 shots. First 4 shots. You. Great job. See, him by just doing a soft fork to the feet, you get a lot of points off that when it's in the kitchen. And I never risk getting poached on for the most part. 2. 2. Is it good? You're getting that locked in, Gordon. So, Gordon, why didn't you move? On the 4th, I'm back here. You went in front of her. She's set. Just that was the shot. It
No,
looked like
no,
kind
no,
of that was
no.
the shot.
No,
but-
that is one of my bad habits.
Okay.
I'm more comfortable with that.
So actually, I don't mind that because you look. That was an easy shot. This one would have been harder.
Right.
So it kind of works.
That's why I do it.
I would do it off your backhand.
On this side, I would tend to, things reversed, go back
Okay.
there.
I do like it because it's one of your best shots, so why mess with it, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's not typical,
Right.
it's locked in for you to do a little chip, so I like it a lot.
And Jeff read it because he came, in,
Yeah.
closed it nicely.
Yeah, I mean, it does work. And your partner will have to know that you kind of do that off your backhand, so they do close.
I'll try the other side. I got to get more comfortable with it.
Okay, here we go. So I'm wanting to hit it at the guy coming up, really, but it worked.
Two. Oh, man, I didn't. No, I mean, I didn't think I had it at high or deep.
He gave me a volley. I just moved it to your shoulder, waiting on a pop-up, and I was going to rip, but I got that one.
You're super tough because
That is the hard part.
you're tall, for
Yeah.
one thing. You got a big reach. You will attack below your knee. That was here.
Depending on who I'm playing. Yeah.
And if I give you a fluff, you're tough.
But also I am
Turns out.
sitting middle. That shot is open.
Okay.
If I have to take a big step, it's
Yeah.
open.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try that again.
2s and 4s set up 1s and 3s, but the 1 and 3, if it's open, go for it. Make sense? Drop. So you did the same thing, right?
Did I give you a volley?
I think so.
I
No,
thought it
I might have
bounced.
hit
I
it
thought
off the bounce,
but maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're good. So good. So you gave me a volley, but your partner was there with his shield ready and got it. Good job, Gordon. You.
Yeah, that was more like.
You're probably 8 out of 10 on blocks today.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I should deduct a point. That's a miracle shot to save some crap that I did before it. I think I gave you, I don't know.
No, I liked it.
All right, good.
They
I
aren't,
like
all,
it too
they aren't
much.
all perfect.
One,
They just have to be good enough.
go.
You. Yep. So volleys.
Yep.
If she's kind of hugging that middle, that does open the one.
I gotta look for it. Yep. You might have mentioned that before.
You. That was the right shot, but you crossed your feet instead of drop stepping. Yeah, so once you crossed your feet, you're in trouble. Yeah. But you had the right mindset. Footwork was off. You. You. I did that on purpose.
Don't off-pace me.
You're getting my fast ones. Hey, I got other tools in the box. You.
Sit down.
Out. First 4 shots, got to go in. First 4 shots. And that's going to happen. And that's going to happen. Yeah, your game's going to go down for a bit, and then you'll start absorbing little shots. But on that one, she hit it so hard, you had a volley, boom, that should have been twisted right at me. Yep. Right. And that's part of the process. You're going to have to think about every shot until it starts absorbing in. Me, I know these targets so well, I could probably do it with my eyes closed, you know? You. Nice, Gordon. See, I used to get Gordon 8 out of 10 of those. So that's me, I'll test my shots. If they don't work, I just
That's my
Try something
$3,000 block, I call it.
It's pretty good, man. Pretty good. 2. Me, drop. It's dangerous.
Watch it. I knew when I went fluffy where it was going.
Yeah. So he knows Because we play the system until we can play a person or a shot on a person, you know? So he knows that's one of my favorite shots is a mid-court dink fluffy. Because I have all that court to work with. Yeah. You were in trouble.
Tough. I fed you. I hurt you. Yours.
So it was a bailout. It just gave me a volley, though. But for now, I wouldn't even worry about it. You getting the mindset of hitting that bailout is the important thing.
That's what I'm concentrating on.
Yep, that's the important thing.
Trying to hit the right spot.
Yep. But no matter what, when you hit that bailout, you got to be ready quicker. 2. No. So you guys got out of position, right? Because Gordon went backwards for kind of no reason. That you gave me a roll volley at you, and then you guys are in wrong way Wanda. Somehow you have to, somebody has to get in the kitchen and set up the blocker.
When you went back, that's when I took that shot that maybe was.
It was yours, but it was just so discombobulated now. It was hard to tell.
You're forward.
There's a bailout. Nice. Perfect. Perfect, guys. Perfect. And if he would have came over and stabbed that, he would have ruined that whole play, right?
The one
Because a
you-
lot of people, that person tries to stab at that one.
The
when
one
it's
you
your
took
ball.
was perfect, and look what you did with it. I couldn't have. I mean, maybe I would have gotten it over. Exactly. I mean, I would have tried to do there, but it would have been a fluffy, and
Correct.
an aggressive one. 1.
No. This isn't for us, it's for them.
1.
You. Nice. You. You. So you saw the shot was there, but you kind of ran through it. Yeah. 1. Me, drop. No.
I gave him a volley. I gave him a volley.
What time is it?
I mean, you're trying to save us, but
Oh, okay.
if you can, I gave him a volley.
You do? Okay. You. No.
Yeah.
So he never hit a soft one, right? You know? I mean, I liked how you were pressuring her, and then it's kind of over.
Well, she hit a great shot, and it was over, like you said.
Yeah, and then you probably had a shot here. I don't know. You were in a firefight. It's okay.
I created it.
But to still go forward when you got trapped was probably the mistake. Yeah. So kind of all I had was to go in front of me there. I became my own blocker though.
Is that a bad shot to hit a short?
Not necessarily, no. Most of my returns, now this is the blueprint, right? But most of my returns, I hit straight down the middle and short because it kind of takes away people's drives at my level. And it confuses that team. You know, if they look at each other, who takes what. Then you drop.
Oh boy.
Thanks. So that's me working a 4.
Oh, sorry.
I get them off a little bit. I go with 3, and it makes that shot so hard. The 4-3 combo. Woo! Basically, I'm teaching boxing, right? This is some boxing. These are body shots. Okay, so we hit a good enough shot. She probably overdid that, where all she needed was a little pop at you. Your serve? I think it's yours. Side out? Let's go side out. You know what I'm saying? That was frustration shot. I'm not her coach, though.
Yours.
Why didn't you come over?
I thought you were come back. I thought you had time to come back. I thought you had all day to come back.
He would drill me in the kitchen, so I'm just getting out of the way. I mean, I played that up a little bit, but I thought you'd be at center anyway.
In front of you.
No, just not thinking.
Yeah. Well, we're on today, starting today. Next 3
Well, I was
days.
going to drop in front of you. I tried to. 2. Go.
You. Nice. Try to stay out of the way of that. Side out. One. Me. So you had me back, you were back. I probably would have just popped it right back there again. Because even if you get that shot, you're going to be out of position, you know. It's kind of a low percentage. Where you had a high percentage just start over shot.
Go.
Nice.
Jumped.
He's all full? Jeez. Me. Okay. Yeah, you're just thinking. It's okay.
It's
On
okay.
that 4th, though, I was all the way back, and you gave it to the person standing there, ready. So you could have went soft 4th to mine. Now I got a hard shot because you're going to be right up in front of me. Yep.
Now, is it better so that I do that to make you run up, or try to keep you hidden back by hitting it back deep at your feet?
It's soft 4th to the feet. If you can hit my feet, but a lot of times this person will hit the shot, you look down, by the time you try to catch their feet, they've closed it. I always just kind of put it in the kitchen, especially if I have to hit it from the kitchen. You're going to give that person a volley. Now, if I have something back here, I can probably roll it to their feet. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 1.
And you drop. Yeah. So I just caught you being like not ready, you know.
I was trying kind of think in advance.
Yeah, okay.
Where you're gonna hit it, and where it's gonna be.
Good. Okay, drop.
That would have been great if it wasn't.
You. So that was pretty good.
Nice spot there. That's okay.
Yeah, can't give her a volley. Time? Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, good job. Yeah, once you give this person a volley,
Good one. Thanks for playing in. You're tough.
you get your
You're so
team in
tough.
trouble.
I'm playing. I tell David, my day after a lesson, I mean, even tomorrow, will usually go down a little bit. Doesn't happen as much anymore, but when I was trying to absorb all this, because you're thinking so much and you,
Spending more time thinking than I am trying to hit the
And
ball.
even at my level, once I do a lesson, I go downhill for a while because I have to think about it to absorb it. But once I absorb it, now your game goes up. But just kind of pick, basically, when you play with people that don't know the system, oh, there they are, right there, the numbers. You're trying to position yourself because you know how to close that gap. So you just have to focus. They don't know what the heck they're doing, but you got to put yourself in the right spot. That's lesson one,
Yes.
because then you're working on it without them even knowing you're working on it. Once you get that, then you start thinking about the 2's and 4's. But whoever you play with, try to close that gap all the time.
See this weekend. Yeah, Brian, I'm playing Friday.
Does that make sense?
I find myself thinking not only where should I be to hit it, but then also where am I going to hit it? And thinking about those two things, and then,
See you then.
you know, several times I missed a shot.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. That's going to happen in the beginning. But now when you play with somebody who's not higher level, work on just closing that gap yourself. If they put it in front of themselves, then you back up. You know, you can also put that ball, drop that ball in front of yourself and be your own blocker. That's how you're going to practice. So just to reduce it to when you're playing with Mike or, you know, Mark, and practice that. Then you'll start getting it and seeing it, and the other people will drive you crazy because they're making themselves out of position all the time. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Yes. So once you get that, then the 2's and 4's really will come much easier. But you'll be able to watch the video and it'll be clear. You might watch it 10 times, you know.
See what I'm doing.
But the main thing is when you play rec ball, make sure you close that gap no matter what's happening.
That gap.
Correct. And then it'll start getting in your brain. Then you just go ahead and hit your shots, but make sure that gap's closed.
You know, some people I play with stay at the baseline,
Yes.
and if I go up, then there's always a
Then you got to stay back. Stay back. Or you drop in front of yourself and you force them into the workhorse.
okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
I drop in front of myself, I close that gap. After that, then if they hit one in front of themselves, then you actually have to back up. But you're learning the system now. Even they're playing horrible, right? They think they're playing awesome. But it's like they aren't playing a partner game. So that's your practice. Putting yourself in the right position. Then you can move and play with anybody, you know? So that's the start after this lesson. That's what you work on. Hit your shots, but make sure you're keeping that gap closed all the time.
Yes.
That's the homework.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great job. Okay, that's it. We did a bunch of Dynamite doubles, did some 2's and 4's, and we're out. Coach David. Beep.